Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Today I want to talk about finding decent shoes and clothing in the Philippines because sometimes it can be a struggle to find decent clothes and the sizes are usually a little bit off too. Usually the sizes for an American, like over here I would be extra extra large versus extra large in the United States. Okay, they have like for some reason the sizes just don't correlate to normal sizes in the United States for some reason. Everything is usually one size difference as far as shirts go. Now pants and stuff are a little bit different. You know, pants are usually the same. If it's a 40 waist, it's a 40 waist. But it's something to be considered when you're buying clothes over here. Sometimes you can find U.S. sizes, like at Mall of Asia, places like that, at some of the big malls. Okay, and they do correlate. So try the clothes on, obviously. One thing I wanted to say here about finding clothes in the Philippines is this: is that when you're looking around for clothes, and you're walking through like these street markets and stuff, and you're gonna find these places where there's like used clothing that comes in like in big bundles from the United States. This is not donated clothes always, okay? It might be donated from a store such as Target, Marshalls, or some of the big brand stores, and when you go through there, you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find for shirts in there. I actually find a lot of good shirts for sometimes like 99 pesos, which is $2 US. I'm not sure how it correlates to the other different, foreign exchange rates and stuff like that. But anyway, you can find some really good stuff there. I found shorts, like nice, cargo shorts. I found beautiful T-shirts, really cheap, and shirts that I like. They're shirts. Some of them are from like resorts or something like that. Maybe they had an excess made, or there was a mistake on them or something like that. But they're brand spanking new. Some of this stuff, and they sell it in the used places. So you're getting a really good deal on them. Because some of these places they probably charge you like $5 US or 250 pesos for these shirts if you were to buy them in the United States or more. Also, one of the other thing is I want to talk about was shoes. When you guys come over here, most people don't wear shoes. They wear sandals or flip flops or what have you, and they have like high end flip flops. I find decent flip flops around here for like about 400 pesos, and they're made really really well. They're made differently than regular flip-flops that blow out after a while. These here, they're almost like sneaker bottoms, and the tops are made out of cloth. They're not the usual cheap, $1 or $2 flip-flops. They're just made way better. They last a long time. They clean up easier. You can wash them easier. And when you wear flip-flops, you want to wash them like every day or two. Just rinse them off or whatever, just to keep them clean, because they do, the debris from the street does go up onto your flip-flops, and it's not the nicest stuff in the world, let's just put it that way. Anyway, when you're looking for shoes here, I don't recommend the really cheap stuff that you see on the streets. You're better off buying brand name. It tends to last longer. Not always, but most of the time it lasts longer. I do find some shoes that are like almost like they're almost like moccasins. On the streets, sometimes you can find those. They're not made out of leather, but they're made out of like cloth, and they're almost like, I shouldn't say moccasins. I should say they're more like slide-ins, where you just slip your feet into them. And if you scuff your foot across the ground like about 4 or 5 times, or you go to put your foot outside like a tricycle, if you ride tricycles a lot, and your foot touches the ground and the tricycle hasn't stopped all the way, you do that like about 3 or 4 times and you don't even have a bottom of a shoe. And I'm talking like very briefly, because I bought a pair of those. They lasted about a week. Now, not to say that they're total junk, but if you're wearing them around the house and you're just wearing them around the inside of the house for like slippers or something, they're fine. But I wouldn't wear them going out to the malls or something like that, because you're going to wear a hole in your sole of your shoe really quick. And the other thing, hats, shirts, and even pants and cargo pants. Sometimes if you're living out in the provinces, guys, you can order stuff like we've talked about this before about Shopee, Lazada, stuff like that. I've gotten this hat off Lazada. I love their stuff, and it's very reasonable. I'm not sure. I think I think it was on sale for like about 300 pesos, which is about $6 for the hat. You know, because people have been asking me about my hat, and they have different colors. They have coffee colored, they have camo coffee colored, they have the other regular camo, black camo, and they have all different types of other colors and stuff. They can get like a solid green if you want, and they're kind of a nice hat, and it's just like my style, so I enjoy them. But yeah, when you're looking for things for clothing, always shop around here and look around to see what you can get. Don't always go to the malls, because you're going to pay top-notch prices at the mall. And if you are going to shop at the mall, usually SM has pretty good quality clothing, and some of the other malls and stuff like that, they have really good clothing. And you can, but you're going to pay the price. For any Western style clothing like jeans and stuff like that, a lot of these little secondhand places have it, and they're decent clothes. Like I said, some of them are new. Sometimes you get lucky. You have to go there weekly and check, and and I kind of made it like a little thing where, like, whenever I go by there to go get a haircut or something, I always drop by the store, because it's right here in Tracy Martirez. We have a little used shop, and I go in there and I look at all their stuff, and sometimes they have stuff, sometimes they don't, and I look at it like I'm on a permanent vacation here, because when you retire, you're basically on a permanent vacation. And when I go by there, I look at the shirts that look like vacation shirts, because I like to go to the beach. I like to go places like that. Because of the current situation, we don't get to go much, but that's like, I like to look like I'm on vacation, because I'm on a permanent vacation, and I like to dress accordingly. Some people say, "Oh, you look like a bum." My girlfriend always says, you don't dress really nice. Well, I'm on vacation. I'm retired. I don't want to get dressed up or wear a tie or wear a long sleeve shirt or a shirt with a collar. I want to wear a t-shirt and sit in the sun and wear shorts and flip-flops and what have you. I mean, yeah, when I go out to the mall or something like that, if I'm going out to eat or something like that, maybe sometimes I'll dress up, but usually there's no occasion. So I mean, why get all dressed up? Like I said, I'm a free man. I'm on vacation. So I mean, I don't dress like a real bum, but I mean, I don't dress up like in like really nice shirts with collars or anything like that usually. Sometimes I'll wear like a polo shirt just to look halfway decent or whatever. But yeah, when you're shopping around here, a lot of the stores like up in Manila, you can find decent shoes really cheap. So if you're up in Manila or in any of the cities, there's tons of places to get shoes, and you can always bargain with these people. And people talk about the skin tax here a little bit. Like if they see you that you're white, they're going to try to charge you more. You can always try to knock these people down on the prices. Make sure your Filipino girlfriend or wife does the bargaining for you, because they know what the costs are. They'll come down, and just get ready to walk if they're not going to give it to you. You can go to the shop next door. You'll probably find the same thing, or come back and say, hey, listen, all right, if you're not going to sell it to me for this price, will you go up? What if I offer you 50 pesos more? Will you sell it to me for that? Usually they'll sell. They don't want to lose a sale, So when you're bargaining, just keep in mind also they have overhead too, and they need to make some money too. But some of these places will overcharge you. But most people are pretty decent. Most of the people I find here don't add on the skin tax. Okay, they just don't. And some people do though. You'll see street vendors that try to do that. They think because you're rich and they don't have the education to understand that you're better off trying to make the sale than losing a sale, and they punish themselves by overcharging you by 50% or something like that, and you walk away and they lose the sale. Whereas before they could have made a few pesos, but they just don't have. Some people just don't have the education to understand that. But anyway, guys, I just want to put all that out there. Some people have been asking me about doing a clothing thing, and I hope that helps. Also, guys, keep this in mind. When you leave the United States, anything that you really like to wear, like I like to wear black cargo shorts, and you can find them over here, okay? They're a little bit harder to find over here for whatever reason. But bring them with you. If you have like a certain type of cargo short that you like, buy them in the States and bring them with you. certain type of t-shirts, polo shirts, stuff like that, bring them with you. Bring all your cool clothes here because you're not going to need any warm clothes over here anymore. Those days are gone. People were mentioning about sweatshirts. Occasionally you need a sweatshirt here. You know, it gets cool at night, or you're in a air-conditioned place where you might need to wear a sweatshirt. I like to sometimes wear a sweatshirt even to bed at night. I like to have the AC up, and I like the room to be cold. So, I mean, my girlfriend, sometimes she wears my sweatshirt. Sometimes she says it's cold in the room. I like having the AC really cold so I can sleep really decent. But, you know, those are just my thoughts, guys. You know, I hope that helped. And God bless, guys. Take care, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.